Yo, what's up everybody? Jumpin here, and I am back with my Noob's Guide for Elden Ring. In the last episode, we finally started working on the Caelid area. And in this episode, we're going to finish up everything that's here. We're not going to touch the top. The top is actually considered to be like in-game. So I'm going to save that for a while. We might do it sometime soon though, I don't know. But we will actually go and fight the boss of this area. It is our very next Great Rune boss, and it's been a minute since we fought one of them. Now, currently, I'm in the middle of the swamp. If you've been following the guide, you should actually have this grace, but it is located just right here. And just a little bit to the east, we can go ahead and put a beacon down. There is a scarab. I didn't really miss this because I wasn't really looking for it at the time, but it's just over here, so let's make sure we actually get it. And this is going to drop an Ash of War. If we keep going this way, though, there's also going to be a couple items we can grab, so let's grab them, and then we will go to these ruins, which are actually in the swamp. So the ruins are located just over here, kind of on the northwest side of the swamp. If you zoom in, you can see the little structures. That always helps when you're looking for ruins, although it's a little bit confusing because when you zoom in, you see all these like vines and stuff. Well, over here, there are some structures. I'm gonna put a beacon down, and that's where we're gonna go. Now, this is a spot to kind of remember. I keep bringing that up because if you've been playing this game, you might want to do another playthrough, and if you want to do another playthrough, that's great. You should actually play the game more than once. It's a lot of fun, and you can do a lot of cool stuff. So let's say you want to do another playthrough, and you want to be a sorcerer or use some magic. Well, this is a very good spot to come at the very start of the game. And the reason why is because in this area, you can actually find a really powerful spell to start the game, and you can find a very good staff. This staff cannot be upgraded, but that's good because when you start the game, you're not really going to have the resources for that anyway. And it actually will have like better scaling than any other staff in the game for when you just start out. There's just no competition. This is the best staff for when you start the game. At some point later on, other staffs are going to be much more powerful, but at the very start, this is the one you want. So I believe it's over here. I'm going southwest currently. And we will actually grab the staff right here. Now, if you're really weak, obviously you wouldn't want to fight any of this stuff. You would just kind of want to run past it if possible. With those guys, probably just jump over them and then just grab the staff and get out of there. Now, where the staircase is, you would definitely need to run past all this. I'm so OP, I'm able to just ride the horse and one-shot everything right now, so that's really not a problem. But just in case you wanted to actually do this for a playthrough, you would just run right in here, run down the steps, and you should be okay. The enemies could maybe get you. Okay, I take that back. Maybe the enemies really does get you. Oh my god, look at all the bloodstains. Okay, that's got to be exactly what I'm talking about. People who are just starting out, they come over here right away, which you can. The moment you start the game, you can come to this area. They're getting the staff and the spell, but they're being killed as they run down the steps. That's the only thing that can explain that. That's crazy. But let me go ahead and get rid of that now. And we are going to head over here. I have not actually shown myself getting this grace before, but you can see exactly where it is on the map. And if you've been following the guide, I know for a fact you would have had this grace, so it's really not far from there. There is a dragon boss right here by the grace. And this boss, he isn't like really difficult, but he's also not very easy. He's going to have a kind of annoying attack, which is going to be Scarlet Rot. That's the main thing he does. If he does it, you got to get out of there 100%, because if you stand in it, it's going to do some crazy good damage to you. So I believe the boss is just over here. You can ride the horse for this, that's up to you, or you can try this on foot. Doesn't really matter all that much, because if you do it on foot, you can do your Ash of War. It's going to do more damage. If you ride the horse, you can maneuver. At any point as you're fighting this boss, you can always just hop on the horse and then be okay, because you would only want to do that whenever you actually have him flying away or something. But it is actually quite easy to dodge a lot of his stuff. And what is he doing? He's just looking in the sky. That's interesting. But that's what I mean about dodging them, is that I can easily just kind of maneuver and dodge a lot of this. Okay, he does leave Scarlet Rot on the ground as well. Sometimes, I guess it's maybe when he stomps. I don't know how that got there, but the point is that he does do that, and that is very annoying. Now, the bleed weapon is always going to be pretty good against him. He's about to fly, I think. Oh, no, he's just shooting out his breath. But that will hit me, so I got to get out of there. Ow. Yeah, literally. Look at the AoE of that. That's crazy. It hurts, too. If you stand in that, it hurts. So my summons all got wrecked. And, yeah, you can see, like, the dragons are going to start getting a little bit stronger. He just fell down, so he's doomed. Just go ahead and smack him up until he dies. Bleed works so well against the dragons. They almost always bleed, like, pretty good. And bleeding them just makes them take a huge chunk of their health. So there are a couple items over here right next to where the dragon was. I'm going to rest here just to reset everything and also get rid of that rot. I don't think the rot is like super powerful though. Because if an enemy inflicts rot on you, it's not really a big deal compared to like if you actually are standing in like the lake or something like that. Then the rot is ridiculous. So there's a starlight shard right here. Let's pick that up. And there are a couple other things over here. Let's get rid of that. One of them is really confusing. It took me a minute to find this, but if you remember, there are these enemies. This happens several times throughout the game. And there's just one right over here. This is real hidden. Okay, maybe he's not here. I take it back. Okay, I don't know where he's at, but there is supposed to be an enemy that is somewhere over here that when you attack the enemy, he becomes like a creature, and then he will drop one of those tears to let you respec. I don't see him. He was there before. Like when I was here, I was just exploring, looking for stuff, and I found him over here. So maybe he disappeared because I did that? I don't know. Well, that's a shame, but he might be over there. He might not be over there. I don't know. Good luck finding him. I had a real trouble, like, looking for him. But let's go ahead and attack these guys. And they're actually dropping stuff. And there are a bunch of tombstones over here. So we're going to rob all these for... Wow, the level 1 golden rune. Amazing. Oh my god, another level 1 golden rune. This is amazing for a mid-game area. Pick that one up. Okay, a little better. Level 5, and what's the rest of them? Oh, you know what? There he is. Okay, he became a freaking giant. Interesting. See, I wasn't exactly sure on which one it was, because I've never actually fought this particular guy before. And there we go. He's gonna drop a tear. But, seriously though, I'm pretty sure I found him over there in the corner. There it is. When I first came over here, I was looking for which enemy it was. I couldn't find it. And then I seen a guy, like, right over here chilling in the corner. And I just assumed that was him. Guess I might have been wrong. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get rid of that stuff now. So, that's gone. We can also get rid of the boss icon. Okay, so over here, we're just going to travel here. There's really, I don't think, a reason for me to come over here. But I do want to show it. There is one of these dragon churches. Now what these are is a place that you can go to turn in the dragon hearts so that you can actually get dragon spells. The dragon spells are kind of, that's how I would describe them. I'm serious, because they're so awesome, and I mean it. They are awesome. But at the same time, I've heard a lot of people don't like them. Some people love them. They're like, oh, they're amazing. They're like super, super good, top tier. And then I've heard other people say they did hate it, like they suck. Like, I know they're slow, that's the one thing. I think they give you super armor, which is cool, but that can kind of screw you over if an enemy hits you in the middle of doing it. I'm not familiar with any of the spells, so I can't say for sure. I just know that some people love them, some people don't like them, and that's just the reality of it. But basically, you would just approach the altar, and then you would just trade in your hearts. The more dragons we kill, the more spells we're going to have available. And there is actually a grace right over here. And I do believe there is something over this way in the corner. I remember when I was exploring this spot, I found something. It might have just been an enemy. Just kind of a random enemy chilling over here. It's like, okay, what are you doing here? You would think there would have been something. There might have been some crafting materials back here. And there's a penguin? Oh no, it's just a bird. Looks kind of like a penguin though to me. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and keep going. So there is a catacombs over here. There's a merchant like right there. And there's a couple items over here. Let's go ahead and head over to the merchant. We can't get to the catacombs from this angle. We have to go around. Alrighty, well, sorry about that. I actually had a phone call I had to take, so I just went ahead and cut it ahead. But I'm actually over here by this grace, which I believe we have found before. I'm pretty sure we've talked to this merchant too. I'll go and talk to him just in case. But this was the grace leading over to this town, this sorcery town. So I'm pretty sure we've done this before. But I need to actually make it nighttime. That way we can actually have the boss spawn. And there are a couple items over here that we want to grab. So let's go ahead and get up. Now there was actually a Knight Rider. We already fought him, so that's not a problem. And let's go grab these items first. So the first one's like right over there. If I see the merchant, I will talk to the merchant real quick. Although I'm pretty sure we have already done that before and bought whatever he was selling. He's just over here. I can see the campfire. This is where actually the Knight Rider spawns. So I'm super sure we have stopped here before to talk to the merchant. But let's see. What's up, man? What you got? Nothing. And hey, look. This is where I bought my helmet. The helmet that I love so much. We can see the Death Bird now. He's right there. Oh my god, I'm scared. I hate this boss. I really do. This boss is super annoying. It has like a really, really ridiculous grab. Oh yeah, so this is important. There is a golden seed right over here. So make sure you actually grab that. It's right on the road. And I did not get it when I first came here because I kind of forgot about it. And down here, this is where we will find something for the mixed potion. So grab that. And watch out for the birds. Watch out for them. It might be a very good idea right this moment to get back to the Grace to rest, because that thing's going to chase me like crazy. And I'm going to have to probably fight it to get rid of it, or rest at the Grace to get rid of it. So I'm just trying to outrun it. It is on my heels. There's 2 of them! These birds, these are ridiculous. Like, oh my god. This thing is following me for days. Now, where is that Grace, please? I'm going to have to kill him. Okay, I'm going to have to kill him. That's just the reality of it. Wow, they're weak. Oh my god. Why am I so scared? And what was that? A random enemy? Oh, wow. It was. Did not mean to do that. Alright, let's go fight this bird. The main thing about this bird to watch out for is actually its grab. Its grab is so annoying. Oh my god, the grab is ridiculous. I don't think you can summon either for this fight. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and hop on the horse. And I'm going to try to do this on the horse, but it has some ridiculous attacks. This is actually where you get this amazing weapon, though. So I would 100% say, depending on your build, this is a weapon you could use, and this is a great, great weapon. And basically, you will need some intelligence, though. I don't know how much you need, to be honest, just enough to wield it. But it does scale a little bit off of the intelligence. I love it. Watch out, that's the grab, actually, right there when it screams and backs up. It's really quick, though. And again, with my typical style, I hyped its boss up. I talk about how it's really annoying and really bad, and I completely destroyed it. Trust me, it is bad. I have struggled in the past on that boss, and to be honest, I was probably about as strong as I am right now. So, I don't know. I got real lucky. Maybe the horse makes a big difference. I don't know if I've ever fought that thing on the horse or not. But now, let's go to where we can get to the Catacombs, and I'm putting a beacon down. We're basically going to follow the road over to where the castle is. Now, another thing, too, about this castle, the moment we go inside, what's going to happen is we are actually going to stop the Ranni quest line. It's very bizarre. If you go inside, rest at the Grace, and then just leave, what's going to happen is if you go back to where Ranni was in her tower, she's not there no more. She gone. And you're like, okay, well, what's going on? She's not here. And that basically means that you have to beat this boss to make her reappear. But I'm pretty sure it should progress the quest at that point. But I don't know. That quest is so screwed up for me because I have to go to the capital. It has completely ruined everything. But that is important. My god, these things are something. Get off of me. Oh my god! No, no, no! Leave me alone! Oh my god. I'm getting out of there. I am not messing with 3 of those things. So over here, you can actually see the statue, and this is going to point us to the catacombs. The castle is like right behind me. If I kept going that way, the castle would be over there. This is a little bit more off to the side, but I can't really show it too well, only because I'm probably being chased, right? I'm still being chased, more than likely, huh? Let's look. Oh my god, now there's a bird, too. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and rest, and then I will show this. Let me go ahead and do that. So, we were following the road. At some point, you're gonna get to, like, this area, and you can actually see the castle in the distance. If you turn around, you will then find that statue, and it's gonna point you to this catacomb. So that's how I got here. I didn't really mean to actually be chased like that. Now I have to try to remember this. There's some scarlet rot here. Let's pick that up. There is also a upgrade material, which we don't really need. Okay, I'm not messing with that. I don't really want the rot on me right now, so let's get out of there and pick this up. Watch out. Skeletons. Alright, so this is a skeleton catacomb. And take him out. I recently have done this, so I don't know though. For some reason, I'm forgetting this. Oh, I remember. Okay, so this catacomb is a very short one. This is a really, really short one. So down here, there is a fake wall. Open that. And oh my god, I'm getting scarlet rot 100%. Ow. Now that sucks. Oh my god, it's the bad rot as well. So I'm in some serious, serious trouble now. Pick that up. Well, luckily, this place is real quick, so that's nice. And I literally just went backwards right into that. Luckily, it did not hit me. Let me pick that up. That's a ghost one. And let me pick this up. There's actually two of them back there. And let's come over here. So, this is the end of the dungeon. Believe it or not, we are pretty much done. Pick that up. And then right here, this is a fake wall. This is where the lever is. I'm sure that a lot of people coming here for the very first time might have actually been lost here for a minute running around, because you think that this actually would be a lot longer and that you're missing something, but no, not really. You just have to find the lever, and then you can go fight the boss. And also, the boss here is a complete joke. This is one of those like ridiculously easy, jokey bosses. I don't even understand why these things are bosses in some of these catacombs. I mean, look at that! What the hell is that? Like, that's what's it doing with its head? Okay, I've never seen that before. Oh my god. Okay. I've killed that thing on every playthrough, like, instantly, so I'm not used to it actually attacking. That kind of scared me. But we now can go ahead and get out of here. I would say let's go back to the catacombs and walk out so we can get the graces down here. But before we do that, I'm going to come over here. This is actually where this town is, and there is actually something right over here. So it is a tunnel. That's where we're going to be going. I'm going to go ahead and cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, well, I am level 99 now, and I actually have 48 dexterity. I'm going to get that up to 50, and then I'll probably start working on vigor again and get vigor up to 60. So I'm going to get on my horse. Now, it really doesn't matter which one of these graces you go to, but the tunnel is just right over here. So I'm going to put a beacon down right there so we can find it easier. But just head on over this way, and you will actually get to this tunnel. Now, what's interesting about this tunnel is that way back in one of the early episodes, I talked about how there was a treasure chest that would take you to a fairly difficult area if you used it. It was a trap. And I'm going to show you where I'm talking about. But I'm pretty sure it takes you to this tunnel. And trust me, this tunnel isn't the hardest thing in the world at this point. But at that point, when we were weaker, yeah, this place would have been kind of tough. So the ruins were over here in the Limb Grave area. And it's the Dragon Burnt Ruins. There was a treasure chest that will trap you. And I'm pretty sure it takes you here to this tunnel. I could be wrong, but I'm like 90% sure this is the one it takes you to. Now, the main thing about this place is that this place has a bunch of these centipede enemies. The very first thing we're going to do is block and then just run up here. Ignore the crafting materials, because we want to take this thing out right away. These things, they have their annoying range attacks. Oh my god, it's kicking my butt. There we go. Take him out. I'm going to heal real quick. And there's a bunch of these guys, and they're all going to get up and start shooting at me. It's super, super annoying. But it's, like, honestly not the worst thing, just because we're pretty strong now. And let's come in here and grab this item. There's also a crafting material behind this place that I need to go and get. You can see it once you're in there. Pick that up. Now, let's go ahead and come over here. We could fight these guys, or we can ignore them. They're really not bothering us. There is some crafting material right there. I'll pick that up. Why not? There's actually a bunch of it all around. Look at this. Tons of it everywhere. And you know what? Give me your stuff. Ha 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 ha. Bye-bye. See you later. And there's some more up here. Give me that too. I'll take all your stuff. And now the very next little area where we need to take out a centipede is just over here. He's on the roof, so let's just go ahead and jump on the roof. Take him out real quick. Of course, I fell down. And there is one of these guys right here. Do a little jumping attack. And there's another centipede all the way over here. Now, it's kind of RNG if he wakes up early or not. Sometimes he'll wake up early and then he'll start shooting you the entire time. Other times he just is sleeping. So, yeah, not really a big deal. Ow! Come on, just die. There we go. And give me this on the wall. There's actually a shortcut that we will unlock here at some point. I believe it's like right there. There's a ladder. You can actually see it. Let's take out this guy. This is one of the ones I think I made mad by stealing his stuff. Sorry, bro. I had to. There's a chest in here. Let's go ahead and open this up. Grab that. And let's come on over here. Just to double check, I don't think there's anything right now we can get. I will actually take that guy out. Give me all that stuff. Give me your crafting stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else over here. So we're going to go ahead and go forward. Let me look down there. Anything down there? Nah. Okay, I'll drop down just to double check. Yeah, there's some stuff on the wall here. I guess we can just grab that. Why not? I'm trying to be a perfectionist and make sure I get everything. And now, officially, I think we have grabbed everything, including pretty much almost all of the crafting materials that are in here. So that's cool. And now we can go ahead and proceed forward, which will actually unlock the shortcut. So, let's come over here. And I guess we'll pick all this stuff up because that's what we're doing. And where is the way forward? I kind of forgot. It's somewhere over here. Hello? Is it this way? No, it's not that way. Wait a minute. I'm just blind. I know that's what it is. I could swear it's like right here. Okay. I guess not. Oh, never mind. I see. So this is what we need to do. We need to actually jump on top of the house. And then we can go over this way. So hop up here. There's an item right there. That's really tough to get. You can get it later though. So if you jump like this, you might be able to get to it where you can then jump up top to grab it. But you can also just drop down on top of it. Watch out, this is kind of a strong guy. Whoa! Stop it. Take him out real quick. Boom. Let's look around. There is an upgrade material right there. Anything else? Nope. Let's keep going. I believe we're gonna come up on the other side. Break that. Yeah, not here. No crap. And let's see. Let's go ahead and just climb up. And we will keep going. Don't remember the boss here. I kind of remember maybe the boss being kind of tough. There's an item right over there. But I don't remember what the boss actually is. And let's come over here. So there is another one of these centipede guys who is up top. He just woke up. So he's shooting at me. Let's rush him and take him out. Hello. The Asher War basically does the trick almost every time. We're getting chased as well. Take out all the guys. This is also where the shortcut is. So if you do die from this point forward, you can always just run and hit the shortcut. So kick that down. And I will grab this, but then I'm going to go back and grab the rest of that crafting stuff that I seen on the wall back there. And at some point, we're also going to get to a spot where we can drop down for that other item. I don't think it's anything good, though. I can't really remember exactly. There's also a chest in here. But I just don't think it's something that's, like, amazing. But we will see, because I will actually take the time to go and grab it. Wait a minute. Oh, here we are. So this is the spot I was talking about. So you can drop down right here, and this is, like, a lot easier to get to this thing than doing it the other way. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that was completely worthless. Now, let's just hop back over this way, and then we can just take the shortcut back up. And here's the ladder. So, climb up. And basically, I think we're getting pretty close to the boss. There's like several more centipedes coming up in the next room. And then after that, I think that's where the boss is. So the very first one, there's two to our right, but the first one's actually to our left. So it's not a bad idea to come to the left. Wow, they move so crazy. Come here. I'm going to block them and then guard counter them. There you go. That works like a charm. If you just kind of stick to this left, though, as you can see, the other ones probably won't aggro on you. If you go to the right, though, then the one on the left might aggro. And at that point, you would have 3 to deal with, and that would be kind of annoying. Where like this, that was very, very easy. Pick that up, and that is a talisman. And just looking around, pick up that item. I want to hop up here just because there's all these messages. What's going on? Okay, cool. Yep, there is an upgrade material. All that kind of stuff is so easy to potentially miss. I know that at some points I probably will miss certain things on the walls in these tunnels, but it is what it is. Let me go ahead and drink this and check over here. Double check anything on the wall. Nope. Alright, we're good to fight the boss, and I'm gonna definitely summon my wolves for this. Like I was saying, I'm not sure on what this is. Oh, okay, I know what this is. Yeah, this is tough. Oh my god, yeah, this boss. And in fact, there's a field boss version of this guy, which is one of the hardest field bosses in the whole game. This guy is something else with his attacks. This room is really small. Now, I'm doing great damage to him, but he's got these, like, crazy gravity attacks. Watch out, he's got crazy tail attacks, too. But his gravity attacks are going to annoy me once he starts doing them. He probably will start it about now. Maybe not? Okay, that's amazing. I just blocked him right there and took him out. And there's to grab one of them, but he was dead. But the big one he does is he actually will pick you up, and then you just take a ton of damage. But we did just get a bell there, and that bell will allow us to actually buy some of the upgrade materials from the vendor, which is actually like kind of crazy good. So we have one more item that we need to grab. You kind of have two options here. You can either like go over here and then drop down on top of it, or we can just start over here. I want to say it's probably safer to start right here. So I'm just going to teleport over there, and we're just going to ride our horse to get this item. And I think there's like a big enemy or something. Don't think that it's really important, though, to be honest. I don't think that this is something that's, like, super, super good. But, yeah, there are, like, these giant scarabs over here. That's kind of creepy. But just come on over here, and then just kind of ignore all of this stuff along the way. There is, like, one of those creepy face giant enemies back here. We can go ahead and take that out. And then just pick up the item, and that's basically it. Take him out real quick. Hello. Bye. Oh, wow. Interesting. Pick that up. Yeah, it's just a somber 5. Not bad. That would be probably a good spot to remember if you needed a somber 5 for some reason later on. And I don't know why I had my thing all the way up there, but yeah, the item was just right here. So now we can actually make our way over to the castle. And I'm going to go back to the catacombs, walk out the door, and then we will go over to the castle. So I'm going to cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, now just go ahead and turn around and walk out the door. Main thing here, of course, is to probably ignore all the big enemies, and there's going to be a couple items along the way, and we will want to try to grab them. Now you do have two options here, which I'm going to take option B, but option 1 is you can just go ahead and hit this teleporter and be teleported right into the castle. Option 2 is you can actually jump over to get into the castle, and going about it that way, you can actually get like a couple items. So we're gonna go with the second option, but to be honest, depending on what you see me get, if you see me not get anything that you're interested in, you could just go ahead and hit the teleporter. That is up to you. So I'm just kind of looking around real quick because there are several items scattered around here and a little bit of a war going on, which is pretty epic. I gotta admit, I do like this. It's really cool to watch all the knights fight the giant dogs. And yeah, of course, everything wants to kill you though. And if you, like, even at all intervene, everything's going to turn its attention to you, knock you off the horse, and get you killed. So, probably don't want to intervene here. Let me look around just to see if there's any items. There's one in one of these tents. Pick that up. Oh my god, it's mushrooms. Amazing. Now, these giant towers can have items on them if there's, like, a ladder or something that will bring you up. There's the teleporter I was talking about. And let me go ahead and look. Oh, by the way, I did remember this because I did forget it in the last episode. Here's the ladder. So, let's climb up. But, do you remember, I guess I can't pull up my map. I went to that fort, and in that fort there was a teleporter, and I actually said, you know what, I'm going to hit the teleporter just to see where is it going to take me. Oh, by the way, when you have the choice between the two ladders here, definitely go ahead and take the one I took, because I'm pretty sure if you take the other one, those enemies can actually aggro on you and even knock you off. So be careful about that. Maybe take that second ladder on the right. Makes more sense. And watch out, there's guys up here too. Of course, the guy's got the shield. Ow! Get on somewhere. Give me that item. Ow! Hello. Let's do the Ash of War. Take him out. Just look around. And I'm getting some XP, actually, from all of the enemies killing each other at the bottom. And there's nothing up here. Okay. What is up? Oh, there is a chest. I'm about to say, there's got to be something up here. That would be ridiculous. And that is a talisman for the bow, which is useless. Let's be honest. Also, over there, I could actually go over there just to check it out. But you will find these. I think there might be an item over there, so might be worth it. I'm not exactly sure. But you do find these. I brought this up before, and that is you have like these giant swords sticking out of the ground, and normally you can walk up to it and read it and get a little bit of lore or something like that. Let's just take a look. What is it? Yep. See. Wait a minute. Thought I heard a scarab. I do hear a scarab. Where is that scarab at? Huh. Get that message off the screen. Enemy ahead. Okay, I'm not familiar with this scarab, so I need to find it real quick. I definitely hear it, though. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's just right over here. And, yeah, totally worth it. I would have not have known that, to be honest. Because I didn't really explore this area down here. I didn't want to come down here and hit the grace and then just mess everything up. So I just didn't actually, like, come down here. But let's hit the grace. I already did, I guess, so that's a pointless waste of my time. Oops. But we're going to cross the bridge. Oh, yeah. So let me show you this, what I was talking about. So over here, you have this fort, right? There's a teleporter inside. I did go back and I hit the teleporter just to see where it would take me. And it takes me right to the castle. Not inside the castle, but right across this bridge over here. So that's what would have happened if I took the teleporter. Or if you took the teleporter. You would just literally be over here. Which is fine, because then you just hit the grace and then be done. What's these messages say? What is this? Okay, yeah. Definitely deaf. You know, sometimes you look at that stuff and you go, I wonder if there's something down there. Probably deaf. More times than not, it's going to be deaf. So, over here, it's another tower. I don't think there's a ladder over here. I'm just kind of looking for items. There is an item behind it. But yeah, I don't think there's a ladder. But you're actually meant to jump on top of it. So that's what we're going to do. Because if you run up to the castle, there is a gate and it's locked. You can't really get inside that way. So you really do have to take the teleporter. Or you can do what I'm about to do. So the gate's just over there. You can see it. And if you just come all the way up here, just kind of looking around for a second, you can jump up here. And then from up here, you can go ahead and make the jump over here. And this will get you to the top of the tower. And let's see what's actually in this tower. I know that there's a couple items or something in here. Double checking. Okay. Now be warned, by the way, this boss is pretty notorious for being somewhat difficult. Now, we're so strong, it really shouldn't be a problem. But in general, this boss can actually get on your nerves. The very first thing that's going to really suck about it is that the moment that you actually go into the boss arena, you're going to be getting shot like crazy. And the gimmick of the fight is you can summon a lot of NPCs. A lot of them. And the best one by far to summon is Patches. He's absolutely the best one he helps you out the most. And I guess because technically I'm in the castle, I cannot summon the horse anymore. So let's just make the jump. And we are good. There's going to be a lot of bats over here. And there are a couple items. You can get access to this area once you actually beat the castle. Because the whole castle is like locked up. You can't really do anything in the castle besides fight the boss. But once you beat the boss, then like all these enemies are going to spawn. And we can actually explore the castle and get all the items in the castle. It's pretty nice. But let's go ahead and hop up here. But yeah, you're going to be able to summon all these NPCs for this boss fight. And my very first time beating this boss, I died to him a couple times. And I'm like, oh my god. And I was summoning. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to go hardcore. I'm not even going to summon. And I didn't. And I actually wrecked him. I'm like, wow, I'm so badass. I even thought about like clipping it and putting it on YouTube. Like, yeah, very first time fighting this boss. No summons. Kicked his ass. Awesome. But, to be honest, he's really not that bad. And you do have options to get on your horse. That's the one thing that I didn't know for my first couple times fighting him, is that you can actually get on the horse. So if you want to get to him right away, you can ride your horse right up to him. And then that kind of helps for the annoying arrow part. And then also, he has this one attack, which is ridiculous. Now, it's really not that bad once you know what you're doing. And that's going to be that you have to make this jump. This jump is scary. I have died to this a couple times. Okay, there we go. I hear a scarab too. There it is. Let's go get the scarab. And then there are a couple items out here. Take him out. And that's an amazing Ash of War, by the way. Super good. I am shocked that they don't nerf it. And let me tell you, from doing a little bit of PvP in this game, I hate that attack. I've actually died to that attack so many times because it always catches me off guard. And it just does a crazy amount of damage, especially in PvP. I've never used it before. And I've never used it in PvE, but I would imagine it's probably pretty good. Pretty strong overall. So, I think we have to climb up the ladder because the door up there is locked. I'm trying to see before I actually waste my time. Yeah, there's a door. I think it's locked because it only opens up once we beat the castle. So, let's climb up the ladder, and we should be good. So, this boss, and I'm kind of just like talking about all this just to kind of give everyone a heads up before I start fighting the boss, and all this comes real quick, and it's like, oh my god, what's happening? So, one of the big attacks that he has is that he'll fly up in the air. Now, you have two options. If you're on foot, you can actually just start running, and running, and running, and then, like, the moment he starts to come down, just start dodging, and dodging, and dodging. And if you do it that way, 9 times out of 10, you should be okay. Now, if you just stand there and go, where did he go? Hello? Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Okay, and then you try to dodge, you'll probably die. So if he flies up in the air, just keep running. That's number one, if you're on foot. But number two, which makes it a joke, is just hop on your horse. Hop on your horse and start running on the horse. And then basically he'll come down, and then he'll miss you because you're moving so fast that he just can't hit you. That's your better option to do. Okay, let's come down here. Just walk off, it doesn't really matter. Again, all these doors, for the most part, can be opened up. And I hear a scarab. Pretty sure it's kind of in the front of this area. But we can actually come in here. Billion enemies in here. And there is an item. So let's pick that up. And I guess... No, there's no reason to come back. Just because that's the door that leads outside. By the way, the music here... I don't know what it is. I love it. And I kind of hate it at the same time. It's very strange because it reminds me of a very old game. I'm not even gonna tell you what it is. It's a like RPG game that was on the N64 that I played when I was a little kid. Man, that game was like so potentially good, but it's so bad at the same time. I remember like, and it just, the music here totally reminds me of that game. It blows my mind. But if we actually come up here, there is an item up these stairs. And by the way, me and my buddy, when we first came here, it was the funniest thing. We sat here trying to do this jump because we both made it like the first try, and then we died. Then we had to do it again, and it took us like 100 tries to do it again. But you can actually cheese it by jumping up there. I'm not even going to attempt to show you because we assumed we found some awesome secret because we didn't know that once you beat the boss, then actually it would open up and you'd be good to go. So a couple lines over here. Take one out real quick if you can. Watch out, you know, these things can be really, really aggressive. And they can attack each other. The big enemies in this game can always attack each other, including bosses, by the way. If you find like a big enemy and you lure that big enemy over to a boss, the boss and the big enemy can actually like battle each other. Oops. I accidentally did that again! Where I was started two-handing my freaking shield. Again, all of these doors down here can be opened up. So here's the scarab I was talking about. It's just an HP one. I'm not going to waste my time. There's really nothing here right this moment. I mean, I guess there has been a couple things that I've shown already, but there's not a lot, because once we beat the boss, that's when everything will actually pretty much appear. So really, all we can do right now is let's go fight the boss. And what's also really crazy about this boss is that I assumed for my first like 2, maybe even 3. I want to say by the 3rd one I might have known it, but by definitely my first 2, I did not know that you could actually summon for this fight. I thought that this was a no summon fight because I just assumed that the way that it worked was you only could summon the NPCs, because there's so many NPCs, but you can summon for this fight. All you gotta do is you have to hit the summoning pool, and then I believe you have to use the small item, which is this one. Like, if you want to be summoned, you can't put down your big sign, you have to put down your small sign, and that sends it to the pool, and then whoever's trying to summon can summon that way. So if you are playing with a friend or something, and you've been following the guide, and you want to co-op for this fight, you can do it. Just have to do it that way. And it's super kind of confusing, because I just never ever messed with those summoning pools. I never did on my first playthrough, because I was playing with friends, so I just assumed I didn't have to. So over here, we actually have the wolf guy. I don't know why this guy's not talking, but we can talk to him because there's a guy up there. He should be talking the moment you walk in here. But make sure you talk to him all the way. Let's make him talk. There he goes. So he's talking about champions. Welcome. Blah, blah, blah. So if you talk to this girl, she's going to bow and you can get that emote, which is cool. And we also have the jar guy. So this is our very first time meeting this guy. Unfreaking fortunately, but I can tell you right now, his quest does not mess up. I know this for a fact because I tested it. And let's go ahead and make sure we get all of his stuff. But basically, we're going to be able to summon the wolf. We can summon him, a bunch of other random NPCs, and Patches. And Patches is the best. Make sure you summon Patches, because if you don't, it's going to be a lot harder, let me tell you. But let's talk to this guy, and then we're going to get a cutscene here, and he's going to explain the backstory. So I'm going to skip that. And for some reason, even though I have all my dialogue turned off, and you can't hear when they talk, for the cutscene, I can hear them talking. Interesting. But let's come up here now. Also, the castle is night, and I don't think you can leave at this point. You kind of have to proceed. But let me look around just to double check this room. I know there's one item along the way, and it's going to be right here. Let's pick that up. And now we can actually take this elevator down, and then you have to hit the portal. That's the other reason why I just totally assumed that there was absolutely no co-op for this. Because as you're playing co-op, one thing you will learn is that you cannot use the teleporter while you're in co-op. Well, apparently you can use the teleporter as long as you summon your summons with that small sign thing instead of the big sign. Also, by the way, once we beat this boss, we can actually explore that giant desert over there. And yeah, it is pretty massive. There's one dungeon over there. So I'm drinking my drink, and I don't think we can summon the wolves for this. But let me go ahead and hit the portal. And then the moment we get in here, you could hop on your horse, or you can just run forward. The main thing is watch the boss. You see how he's shooting? The moment that gets close, you can roll right through it. You can also use this for cover. Like if you're standing right next to something like this, it can block it for you. And you don't have to do anything fancy at all for the summon signs. Just hit triangle on the summon sign and it will summon. So hit him. I'm trying to stand by that thing. Get the jar. And there's another one in front of us. Okay, so this is another attack. I'm actually going to hop on the horse for that. Let's pretty much run over this way. Now, one thing about this fight, too, believe it or not, I'm pretty sure you can actually resummon these NPCs if they die. I've seen that before in a video where somebody cheesed this by just keep summoning the NPCs. And there was a cheese as well. Oh, wow, you could summon on the horse. I did not know that. Well, that would be better. I wouldn't recommend fighting him on the horse, though. He's hard enough on foot. But now, let's kick his butt. And pay attention to where it says, like, how I summoned all these people. So, we have all these people. Pay attention, please. And I'm going to do my Ash of War. And he smacked me good. And one person has died. Uh-oh. Because that's what you really are paying attention to, is the people dying. And Patches returned to his world. He said, fuck this shit. I love that. I love that. Like, it is amazing. It is the most amazing thing, I think, in the entire game, is the fact that they do that. Where you can summon Patches, and then he literally just returns to his world like, we ain't doing this. And I can't believe it. He never actually jumped up in the air. That's the first time I've ever seen that for myself. Alrighty, well, one thing you would have seen in the cutscene is that there was like a meteor shower that happened afterwards, and that is really important for the Randy quest line, because that's where we actually have to go for her quest line next, is we have to go to where the meteor like hit, and then we can actually explore a whole new area. So hit the grace over here, and make sure you talk to the wolf guy, make sure he repeats himself. That's super, super important. And also, we can go ahead and head over to the dungeon. I guess I'll try to do it. I'm pretty sure it's tough, though. I don't know if we're supposed to be doing it, like, at this point. Because, remember, I consider this to be the mid-game, where some of the stuff here, for some reason, is, like, in-game level. And I don't know about these catacombs over here. Now, this is also important. Make sure you talk to him all the way, because once you do that and he repeats himself, he should move to his next spot. By the way, there was a glitch. It's no longer a problem, but this happened to me actually on another playthrough where he would never move. He would never move from this spot, and that was because it was just bugged out. But that shouldn't be a problem anymore. Just, I'm talking to him 50 times to make sure that's done. Let's hop on the horse now, though. And this is a massive, massive area. Massive, right? So where we're going, over here where you see these ships, if you put a beacon like right here, you should find a catacombs. And I don't know, let me know actually in the comments, because trust me, I have never done this, and I don't plan on doing it. I know that somebody out there has been crazy and actually ran around and explored this entire area. The big desert. Is there any items out here? Is there anything out here for real besides the catacombs? I don't think there is. I guess technically I could use a map tool and just look to see if there's anything out here. But I've never actually checked it out. I mean, there are those arrows you can pick up during the boss battle. I think that if you miss them during the boss battle, you could probably pick them up at that point. But I don't know if there's any other items out here. I am curious, though. But yeah, just keep riding down this way. Now I can kind of see it. It's over there on the right side. And one thing about this spot is that this is actually a spot where people were using this to AFK get levels. So it is an option, okay? I just want to put this out there. I don't think it's a very good option. Maybe if you're on a high New Game Plus where the XP is a lot better. Maybe. But if you come in here and then you just walk away, go to bed, go to work, go to school, whatever it might be, when you come back, you'll have some XP because there's enemies that will keep spawning and keep killing each other. I don't know if they patched it or not. I don't think they will, just because that's kind of the mechanic of this area, where as you're doing it, non-stop, you're going to have these enemies attacking each other and fighting. So definitely level up. This is an area that has Scarlet Rot in it, and it's super annoying. So let's hope we don't get completely screwed over. Also, these enemies, like I said, they're actually they might be tough. I'm just not 100% on it. We'll have to see, but they're fighting right now. Would recommend ignoring them, to be honest. And let me come down this way real quick to see. Okay, so down here, this is where the boss door is. So, of course, we need to actually find that. And the very first place I'm going to go is actually down here to the Scarlet Rot. And I just rolled, which is a guaranteed way now. I'm going to get Scarlet Rot on me. There's no way around it. I'm definitely getting that on me. Let me go ahead and run over here. And I'm just trying to get all these items. That's the main thing right now. I just want everything in here. Oh, God. I swear there was a chest or something in here. Yep, there is a chest in here. Leave me alone, please. Just fight each other. I'm doing nothing. So that's a spell. And the Scarlet Rot is eating my soul. I know there's something else down here, too. I believe it's all the way over this way. Out of my way. Keep fighting. Where is this thing I'm thinking of? I guess it's just over here. Oh, God. Let's see how strong this enemy is. Okay, that's not so bad. I mean, that's bad, don't get me wrong. And that thing is strong. And, of course, it teleports, too, which is annoying. And how much XP is that? 3K? Not bad. So if they are killing each other, and some of the enemies are worth like 1,000, or some of them are 3K, that's not too bad, honestly. Gargoyles here. Okay, yeah, this is definitely not a mid-game area. If it was mid-game, I would say I could two-shot him. If it's early game, I could one-shot him. And if it's late game, 3 or 4-shot. And that definitely was 3 or 4-shot right there. There's one hiding right here. Make sure you take him out. They're going to hit hard, too, by the way. These things will definitely hit hard, so I'm being super careful. And, of course, the loot, though, isn't anything too great. That's only a level 4. What? I think that's it. So I can't, like, teleport out of here. Don't want to die, really. But I definitely do want to actually go back to the Grace now. Because I believe we got all the stuff down here. But let's get back to the Grace, and then we'll actually proceed with the dungeon. Because with that Scarlet Rot... Oh, you know what? Maybe they did kind of nerf this or something. I don't know. Maybe. And the reason I say that is because I would think that the enemies would have been up top still fighting. I remember there, like, when I did this area a couple different times, they just kept spawning and kept fighting, like, non-stop. But maybe they all dropped to the bottom. I don't know. But it's one of those things, like, people made a lot of videos about this, about how you can farm while AFK and stuff. And that's the big part, is, like, farming while AFK is a little bit different than, like, shooting that bird. Again, the bird is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? You shoot the bird, it walks off the map, you get some XP, you farm. That's fine. If you want to sit there for 3 hours a day, you can do that. If you want to sit there all day, you can do that. If you want to just do it a little bit to level up, you can do that. It doesn't matter. Watch out. This guy's got a bow. He ain't shooting me, but he could be shooting you. Same with this one. He's got a bow. So we're just chilling. And now we can rush him. Kill him. Kill him. Do not, like, try to not kill him. Oh my god, he's strong. But yeah, kill him. And I say that because I have had problems with this guy where he has killed me later. So if you don't kill him, he can kill you. Take him out. Watch out for the other enemy. We got a bunch of guys in here. Take him out. I guess I'm going to fight this guy. Come on. Bounce off. So I can do that. You fall down. You die. There we go. And take this guy out. Yeah, I mean, a really weak enemy like that, for me to have to two-shot him, tells me that this is definitely kind of an in-game area. There's also the boss here. The boss here, I kind of think might be tough. And it's one of the bosses that I don't really feel like is a hard boss overall, as long as you stay really close to the boss. But at the same time, it could be tough just because he's going to be strong. Like, if this is an in-game area, he's going to have a lot of health, that's for sure. So, as we've been running through this, there's been these windows. The last window is the right window. That's basically all you need to know. If you jump through the other windows, you're going to have trouble. Because, I hate the teleporting. That's so annoying. You're just going to basically fall down. That's it. Can this guy, like, maybe fall down? That'd be nice. Come on. I mean, he's super easy with the shield. Everything is so easy with the shield if you just know how to abuse it. But just let him keep doing that, and I'll keep going ahead and guard breaking him. And he'll keep teleporting. Alright, this time we're gonna win that one. Finally, he fell down. Take him out. Pick up all this stuff. And could this be the lever? No, dude, the lever's not over here. What are you talking about? It's out the window. Remember the archer? Well, that's where we're about to go right now. We're gonna drop down to where the archer is. Hop out the window. And I'm just looking around real quick. Any secrets over here? Yeah, people are lying and saying there's fake walls, and there's not. But you have to hit the walls. That's just the reality of it, you know? Like, you see that stuff, you're like, okay, I gotta hit that. Oh, watch out, that guy's trying to shoot me through the wall. Take this guy out. And again, you know, I hate to say it. Oh, hello. Okay, that's gonna be annoying. Oh God, that's the grab. I forgot about the grab. And I got Scarlet Rot. Okay, and he threw me all the way down. I'll actually take that. Thank you. I appreciate you throwing me all the way down. Because now, okay, never mind. I thought he was going to chase me all the way down. But that gives me the opportunity to run in here, pick this up, and then say, screw that enemy. I don't really want to deal with that. Oh, wait, what? Did that guy just shoot that enemy? I think he did. He freaking shot him. That's amazing. Okay, thank you. Yeah, he shot that thing. He shot it. That's amazing. I'm killing it now. That was so awesome. All right, bounced off. The block. The block is annoying. There we go. Let's get this item. And some 6 stones. Here is the lever. Let's pull that. And, you know, it's kind of crazy. This is going to be my second time, but I'm going to go back to the Grace, and I'm going to rest. And I'm going to recommend the same thing. I really do. Just because, don't know about this boss. I feel like the boss can absolutely mess me up. I definitely don't want to do this with Scarlet Rot on me. And I want to make sure I have as many potions as possible. So, you're going to know this boss once I start fighting and what I'm talking about. But I don't even know how to describe it. I really don't. I always struggle like trying to think of like how to describe it. I have called it Papa Rat before, and it's just a giant monster blob thing. And basically, the main strategy is get close to it and stay close to it. If you stay close to it for some reason, I feel like it has a really hard time hitting me. Now, maybe that's just me, but it's just something I've noticed that it seems to be fairly consistent. That when I'm fighting one of these things, if I can just stay close to it, it has a hard time getting me. So we're going to go ahead and summon. And I'm going to save my FP. I'm not going to just pop a potion right away. But get close to it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. This thing sucks. Oh, God. Block that. Double chug. Watch the tail attack. And yeah, this thing is pretty strong. Watch out too. This thing will have that explosion. I need to use an FP now. It's going to have its explosion about half health. So when he does, we need to pretty much try to run away from him. And we can also knock it down, which, did I just do that? I did. I'm going to grab it. This way, it's safer, because now I know for sure it's going to explode. It's going to explode. Run away. And I'm safe. Good. Get right close to it. The wolf has done a pretty good job. I mean, it's pretty useless, right? But at the same time, it's done its distracting job for me. And a couple more hits, and I'm going to get this thing. Stay close. Get right up on him. There we go. Oh my god, of course he's alive! And then he hits me. Oh, the wolf killed him! Good pup. And that is a legendary summon. And a golden seed. Nice. Let me check that out. How many do we have? We have 3. We need 2 more, and we will be maxed out on potions. I will love that for sure. But I think I'm going to end the episode here. I would go back to the castle and explore it, but it's been a while, so I just want to make sure that I know exactly what I'm doing when I do explore it. And in the next episode, we will continue those quest lines. That jar guy. We will do his quest line, at least as much as we can. That sorceress lady, we can do some of hers. We can even do a little bit of Rainy quest line. So we're going to do a lot of stuff. But I think this is a good opportunity to go ahead and end the episode. So I do want you guys to stick around to the very end, because there's a little bit of a blooper that is pretty funny. Check it out. But I would appreciate it if you could like this video for me. Make sure to subscribe for future episodes of this series. And if you do, make sure to click the bell. That way you can stay notified. Thank you so much for watching. And I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day. And peace out. I'm going to go ahead and cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Fuck! Ah, shit.